Shut up, compressor. Hey everyone, Matt here with Dukes Models, and welcome to the Pony Bash. Hey everyone, Matt here with Dukes Models, coming to you with a quick tutorial on acrylic, or magic wash as it's called. I know I've covered this before in some previous installments of especially the Intruder build, I think maybe the P-47M build as well, but they're buried in various episodes, and so I thought, hey, let's go ahead and make one just about this, nice and focused. So the parts we're going to be working on tonight are the gear bay, cockpit, and assorted elements of the Edward P-51D5 Mustang. Now this is a pretty solid kit, nice and detailed, but it does need a little kick up in terms of definition of various elements, especially in the cockpit and gear bay, because they will be nice and tucked away and hidden. So we're going to be using an acrylic wash to first pick out a bunch of the details before we come in with oils and dirty shit up. Now, there are a bunch of different liquids you can use to form the base of your wash. Some people use Future, which I refuse to use out of principle. There's always Aqua Gloss, but the thing about both of those is they leave a nice glossy finish that you then have to deal with on top of it. Instead of using either of those, I'm going to be using K-Color's X10, which is basically, it's like a flatter aqua gloss, essentially. It does the same leveling shit. It just dries flat. The reason I'm mixing two is that we're working with two different colors here, so that's the rationale I'm working from. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to get some water. Okay, that'll make it easier. So about 50-50 water and clear, maybe a little bit more water. Next up, some of this Derivan Matisse surface tension breaker. This stuff basically will prevent shit from beating up on the surface. So we want 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you basically just need a few drops of this stuff to keep it from beating up on the surface and forming little balls all over the place, because nobody wants that. Next up, we need to add a little bit of paint, and I usually like using a dirty dark gray, so NATO Black is actually a great option for these, and that's what we'll be starting with. 1, 2. Do not need much paint at all for these things. Now we've got some areas where I don't necessarily want it to be black. I want a little bit more stuff going on, so we're going to do 1 drop of Tamiya NATO Brown and 1 drop of NATO Black. Bring in the stir stick, mix these up. Alright, now it's time to apply it. So first I'm going to start off on the rudder pedals, just to get a little bit of this. And just brush it into place. Or you can kind of trust it where to go. It'll sort of fill in anything it needs to. Blah, blah, blah. Now onto joys of the main cockpit itself. Now we're not going to see much effect up here because this is already black. But we can give it a little bit of something, right? So at least help break up the uniformity of the surface. Provide some good outlines for some of this detail that we got going on. Also one of those ones where it's important to remember this is the first step. There's more to come after this. Switch over to some brown in here. This one's not really so much picking out raised details so much as it is getting a general sense of griminess on the floorboards. So that's going. Belt's a little bit of treatment. Okay, so we're gonna let this sit for a few minutes, sort of set up, maybe come back and add some more if we need to. See how these guys are doing. Yeah, you can see as it dries, you get that nice little faint black gradiented shadow there. That's exactly what we're going for on these. All right, onto the gear base. Cool. Okay, so there is a good look at one half of the bay done, one half of the bay not done as they sort of dry up. You can see, though, a lot of the little details pop just a tiny little bit more. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a minute. We're gonna move over to the rest of the cockpit and the gear and the tail gear bay. So don't need to do much in here, honestly. It will not be visible. Basically just that. Let's have some fun up here. Okay, now that this stuff has had a few minutes to set up, let's go ahead and look and see how it's coming along. Here's the gear bay, and as you can see, this stuff is basically excellent at popping out really small raised details. So like the rivets in the gear bay here, the little rivet lines along the yellow chromate areas, things like that. It pops them just a little bit. And even though X10 is flat, as you can see, it hasn't really robbed too much of the sheen from this thing. It's still kind of doing what it does. Now, this stuff is not as useful over areas where you might want to use oils, for example, say recessed detail, but for raised detail, again, it pops it quite well. So you can see, stuff right around these, the canopy latch there. Other side, we get a great view of the rivet detail up at the top of the side console. And like even here, you can see how the edge of the seat pan is a little bit more defined, right? And the rivets on the seat back and sort of the various brackety things up there. Even back here on the boxes, there's a little bit of that sort of lighter shit coming off the various raised surfaces. Little indication of sort of dusty dirtiness. Again, exactly what we're after. So, cool. This is basically a quick demo of what these acrylic washes do, how to make them, how to apply them, what they're used for, etc., etc. Next up, I will be flat coating the various cockpit elements and then coming in and doing some oils to take things up a little bit more.